Hampton High School here as we have the Peninsula Girls Game of the Week here at Hampton High School. Tonight, the Lady Crabbers will be playing host to the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan. Warriors coming here 14-2 on the season, and Hampton is 12-4. So let's send it down courtside where Bob has the Kecoughtan head coach.
All right, thanks, Mike. I got Kevin Williams here, head coach over Kecoughtan, third year. I remember you telling me that you saw Chelsea play as a freshman, and now you had it for 3 years. Talk a little bit about this team and the aggressiveness that this team has shown.
Well, I think, in year 3, we've grown up a lot. The first couple of years, we spent a lot of time learning the system, but I think this group has kind of caught on to what we need to do and where we need to go, and I'm really proud of them.
Well, I know you got to be because you're in second place right now and doing a great job over there. Has really turned this program around. Let's talk a little bit about Chelsea Romero.
Well, Chelsea really is the heart and soul of the program right now. She's developed a lot as a leader on and off the court, and also in basketball also. She's developed a nice post-up game and also being able to play away from the basket. So we're extremely happy for her that she's going to be heading over to Marshall and playing basketball next year. So, she's done a lot to get there.
Well, when you first saw her as a freshman, you saw a lot of raw talent there, and you have done a great job of bringing that talent to up to the end where it is now.
Well, one thing about Chelsea I always questioned was whether or not she had love for the game, and I talked to her about that after her sophomore year, and she dug down deep. She's always answered the bell, never had any problems with her saying no to me. So, like I said, we're real proud of her.
All right, let's talk a little about Brittany Towns.
Brittany's, has had some up and down times with me being a point guard for the last 2 years. But one thing Brittany has done is she's extremely worked hard. She's worked hard during the whole 3 years I've been here, and she's developed as one of the most, steady point guards, one of the traditional point guards you don't have in the game anymore. So we're really happy about what she's done.
All right, now you got a freshman, Alexis Great. You got to be tickled about her. You're going to have her for 3 more years.
Well, she's helped solidify our backcourt. I think the one thing we were missing the last 2 years, help for Brittany, and now Alexis has come along and has done some remarkable things. I think she's one of the best freshmen in the area. So we're hoping that she'll continue to grow and improve, and we look forward to having her for 3 more years.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back over to Mike.
All right, thanks, Bob. Again, the Kecoughtan Warriors team, who definitely had a struggle there for quite a while, really has built themselves a pretty nice program right now under the head coach of Kevin Williams. Again, they are 14-2, and their only losses so far this year are to Woodside, who has really come on strong here this year with one of the best players in the state in Miss Motley. The Hampton Crabbers, with the exception of their injured star over the last 3 or 4 weeks, have come back now and they're really in contention. Looks like they pretty much solidified the number 3 spot in the district tournament. But tonight is a key game for them too. They want to go into the tournament on a strong note. So let's send it down courtside where we have Frank Edgar with the Hampton head coach.
And I'm here with Coach Eric Scott. Eric, another good season. It's senior night. Talk to me a little bit about your seniors. How about Aisha Winston?
Yeah, she's been an outstanding player for us for the last couple of years. She also doubles in cheerleading, so it's been a wonderful experience having her on the team.
I'm glad you said that. I saw her the other night going from the hardwood to the hardwood in a different costume.
Absolutely.
You got another senior in Kiori Moore. She's given you a lot of good minutes this year.
Yes, she has. Unexpected starter, and she filled that role very nicely this year.
And now, my favorite player, Kanisha Bell, the one that probably drives you crazy the most. Tell me a little bit about Kanisha Bell.
Well, it's funny about Kanisha. She's a kid I've known since she was actually a baby. We grew up in this area. Her grandmother was my babysitter when I was a young man, so it's kind of funny to now have her play for me and to watch her grow and mature.
Well, I've watched you get on her some. She's had to fill in at the point while Khadijah Berger's been out with a knee injury. I thought she's done a pretty good job for you.
She absolutely did. And it was a little difficult because she's usually a 3-4 kid to come in to play the 1, and she did an outstanding job. She was really big for us against Ward, handled the ball, limited turnovers, and we were able to win that game.
And a terrific shooter to boot.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk.
She's our 3-point threat.
And she can be, and when she gets hot, she doesn't miss. Talk to me about Jaquacia Brown, probably the biggest loss from this year going forward. She's been strong for 4 years for you.
She's like another child to me. She's wonderful. She's a daughter of mine. I'm so happy that she's mature, grown. She's been the heart and soul of this team. to watch her mature and now get a chance to play at the next level. She signed going to Campbell University, and I couldn't be more proud of her.
Well, she adds to the number of 6-footers you put on the court every game. There's 4 as I count them, and all 4 have played together at least a year since Dara Pearson, the 6'3" center, is a sophomore. What do you expect out of this group this year? Now that Dara's a sophomore, you got Jaquacia as a senior, they've all played together an extra year.
Well, you know, we're finally getting healthy. Khadijah Berger's coming back tonight, so we hope that we can turn the corner. My bigs are playing extremely well, and now by adding Khadijah, we hope we can just keep it going and move further in the playoffs.
And you got a little help for her at guard, I understand.
Yeah, we have a transfer who came back. Naija Caldwell actually played with us a year ago, left, military kid, went to Texas, and now she's back, and she's really going to help us.
That'll help you a great deal. Very good. Well, good luck to you in the playoffs. Look forward to seeing you during those games. Coach Eric Scott with Hampton.
All right, thanks a lot. Good job down there, and we'll have Frank Edgar over here to visit with me here, and he'll be here to help me put out some information during the game, and as we get ready to start this game in about 4.5 minutes or so. The Hampton Crabbers, again, their star, Miss Brown, who's been out for the last 3 weeks with a knee injury, I guess it was considered a sprain, is starting tonight for the first time. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she actually doesn't know that she's starting tonight. Isn't that correct?
That's what I understand. Khadijah has not been told that she's starting, and she'll get the nod here when they announce. It'd be great to see her back on the court for the Crabbers. They have missed her dearly. They are not deep at guard, which is their weakness, whereas Kecoughtan has a few more guards, in particular the freshman you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real interesting game to see how she has done over the last 3 weeks trying to recuperate from this knee sprain. She's actually going to be able to come back and play tonight, so it's going to be real interesting to see how she actually does tonight on the floor.
Well, Khadijah is more of a natural 2, maybe a 3. She's being looked at by a number of Division I programs, but she's had to play the point since the point guard went down with an injury last season, so it's given her some experience in playing that position, but the Crabbers do miss the point guard. And you mentioned Naija Caldwell back with the Crabbers. She will help a lot in that. And when the Crabbers put the 4 6-footers on the floor with a guard or 2, they're pretty strong.
Well, that might make a difference in this squad when it comes time to district play next week. Having the full squad back again and ready to go. And they're they're a tall team.
Very tall.
4 players, like you said earlier, start this game. They're 6 foot and taller. And that's unusual in girls high school basketball. So it should be interesting to see how this game goes, because this is kind of like the rivalry game here in the city of Hampton and Kecoughtan.
It really is. Mike, we were talking about height, and you mentioned Chelsea Romero. Chelsea playing the center for the Kecoughtan team. Terrific 4 years there. She's been a great player, and she will give them a challenge, give the Hampton Crabbers a challenge tonight. What Kecoughtan brings, though, is a very quick group of guards, and they have a couple of girls, especially Kiara Gray, who just seems to work around the basket. She's not a 6-footer, but she seems to find a spot. She reminds me of Dave Cowens with the old Celtics. She knows how to box out. She knows how to position, and she can get rebounds and stickbacks. She's a very dangerous player, and I think you'll see her early and often tonight for the Warriors. The Crabbers' goal tonight, get the ball up, limit turnovers, and get some rebounds. For Kecoughtan, they want to limit what Berger can do. They're going to have to get in Kanisha Bell's face tonight and keep her from shooting them out from 3 and play hard on the boards. That's going to be the key, and the winner of the rebound battle tonight is going to win the game.
Yeah, they don't know, the Kecoughtan team, they do not know that Brown is going to be playing tonight. They probably have a feeling she'll be there, but I don't think that they know. In fact, we didn't find out till right a couple minutes before we came on air that Ms. Brown would be starting the game tonight.
Well, he's dressed her the last couple of games, and there have been some anxious moments there for the opposing team, whether or not they're going to see her. Of course, if you don't see her, you see the 6-footers come out, and you rarely even see who the 5th player is. But one in particular has played very well over the last few weeks, and that's Dara Pearson, the 6'3" center and sophomore center. She's had a terrific run, and she'll probably continue that tonight. That's going to be Romero's task, is to shut her down.
Well, this is senior night here at Hampton. Again, we'll be having the boys game later on. You'll see, I think, a starting 5 of all seniors on the Crabbers team when they come out here. And tonight, the starters for the Hampton Crabbers, they're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 starters that are going to be seniors, along with, let's see, who's the non-starter? That's going to be Berger. She is a junior. So they pretty much are going to be starting all the seniors tonight.
Mike, as you can see, it's already a crowded gymnasium.
Well, I think it's really going to get crowded in about 2 hours when the boys take the floor.
I was going to say it won't last 2 hours. It'll only be it'll be about 20 more minutes if the Kecoughtan game was any indication. Because David Six from Hampton University over here to see if he can pick up another piece for his program. He's
David's looking pretty proper tonight. He's lost a little weight since he was over here at Hampton with the girls.
He's done very well over there.
Yeah, Hampton University girls team is doing quite well.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Hampton High School and Virginia Varsity League Basketball. Tonight, the Lady Crabbers of Hampton High School play host to the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan High School. We remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that all lessons are best learned when the proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during the game. And now, in honor of our great nation and the men and women who defend it, please rise, and men, kindly remove your hats as the honor guard of the Hampton High School Air Force Junior ROTC presents our national colors at midcourt. I will now ask Hampton student Taylor Thomas to come forward, and she will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs burst through the night, let our flag oh, may the star-spangled
Sound like a PA system went out on.
I think it did. I will tell you,
Well, we were here. It was actually through our microphone. So
citizens of Hampton can be quite proud of that young lady. That's a varsity cheerleader who's been on that squad for 4 years, and to have a singing voice like that, what a talented young lady, indicative of our students here in the Hampton City School. Very proud of Taylor. So Number 2 versus number 3, Mike. I understand a win tonight by Hampton actually clinches the district
of the Lady Warriors of
who defeated
Kecoughtan High School.
Kecoughtan last Saturday night.
At guard, number
Hampton
5,
was,
a freshman,
we'll go to the lineup.
Alexis Grace. At guard, number 14, a senior, Brittany Towns. At center, number 22, Chelsea Romero. At forward, number 23, Kayla Clifton. At forward, number 33, Kiara Gray. The head coach is Coach Williams, assisted by Coach Davis. And now, for the starting lineup of the Lady Crabbers of Hampton High School. At forward, number 12, Kanisha Bell. At guard, number 14, Kiari Moore. At guard, number 20, a senior, Aisha Winston. At forward, number 25, Jaquacia Brown. And at guard, number 21, a junior, Khadija Berger. The head coach is Eric Scott, assisted by Lannis Angevine, Darren Donahue, and Alicia McMorris.
Lineups, Mike.
All righty, here we go here.
Saying the number 2 Warriors face the number 3 Crabbers. An important game for the Crabbers. They lost a tough battle over at Kecoughtan back in December, so they need early January. They need a win right here.
Well, I think this game is more key for Kecoughtan right now because a loss by Kecoughtan will assure Woodside the district title, and that's something that Kecoughtan doesn't want happen. They want to win the district, and in order to do that, they've got to win tonight and hope that somebody upsets the Woodside team.
They have something to play for tonight. Back online.
It looks like jumping center for the Crabbers is going to be Brown, and number 22 for Kecoughtan, that's Romero. So here we go, Hampton versus Kecoughtan.
Coach Eric Scott lets them play.
Oh, nice play underneath, and unfortunately the basket was put up a little bit on the short side end, and the Crabbers come down with the rebound.
Kiara Gray for Kecoughtan. She normally hits that shot. That's Jaquacia Brown for the Crabbers.
Shot from the top of the key, a little bit hard. Oh, nice block from behind. And putting back up is number 33 on Kiara Gray. That's her first basket.
Kiara Gray's a dangerous player. Crabbers going to have to block her out. She's terrific on the weak side.
2-0 Kecoughtan here at the beginning of the game. And tripping foul is going to be called on, I believe, 14. Let's see. No, they're going to call it on number 5. Alexis Great, so that's her first, team's first.
Here come the substitutes, Mike. Here come the regular starters. Michaela Sale, number 32, Dara Pearson, number 23, and Moore and Winston, who got the start on senior night, are going to take a seat. They'll be back in the game a little later.
Not sure what the holdup here is.
Lost contact lens, I would think.
Looks like Berger may have lost the contact, and a bad spot to do that here on a basketball floor.
No, I didn't. Want some extra contact lenses.
Like Coach Scott's asking her to make sure it's not up inside the eye zone a little further.
Here's your normal 5 starters now for the Crabbers.
That's
Berger,
where it was.
Berger will go. Yeah. Berger will go to the point. Kanisha Bell go to the wing along with Jaquacia Brown, Michaela Sale, and Dara Pearson on inside.
Oh, nice pass underneath. Shot was a little hard. Rebound by the Crabbers again. Back up and short. And this time, I believe she was fouled, but looks like the Warriors got away with it. Looked like about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds and couldn't get anything out of it.
Jaquacia Brown, she's Campbell University bound. She's got to hit that one.
Yeah, got the call that time.
Dara Pearson will draw the first foul. Looks like on Romero. It is on Chelsea Romero. Matchup, Mike. Pearson, the sophomore, against the senior Chelsea Romero. Whichever one can stay in the game longer will benefit their team the most.
Oh, in and out. Pearson again. It's still 2-0 Kecoughtan. We'll get a second free throw here by Pearson.
Era has refined her free throw shooting shot, and then there she goes. She's been much more.
Crabbers on the board. 2-1 Kecoughtan. That one's off of the hand of the Kecoughtan Warriors, and a turnover by Kecoughtan. First turnover of the game.
Kanisha Bell bringing the ball up.
Looks like we're going to have another foul here. This time it's going to be on number 14, Brittany Towns.
Towns with her first. Big development there. If the Crabbers can get Towns and Romero in foul trouble, I know that's one thing they like to do.
Yep, pass underneath is short. Didn't put enough air under it, and it's a turnover by the Crabbers. Their first. 2-1 is still the score. Nice pass underneath, a little bit of a foul on the shot. I believe it's going to be, is that on 32, Sale? Yep,
yeah,
that's her first.
Michaela, one of the strong parts of the inside defense of the Crabbers, but she draws a lot of fouls. She often appears in the first quarter, and then you don't see her again until the third. There's a foul trouble.
Romero with her first attempt misses.
Longer Sale can stay in the line for the Crabbers, the better they are.
Second free throw good. 3-1 now is the score. Yeah, that was nice, partially blocked right there, and a turnover.
Alexis Great, the freshman, with the block.
Well, I believe that should be a walk because she went to the floor with the ball.
Timeout called there.
Timeout is called by the Kecoughtan Warriors. So with 6:07 here to play here at first quarter, it's still 3-1 Kecoughtan. That one could have easily been a walk called.
Mike, we're watching what I thought was going to develop a good battle between Chelsea Romero on one side, Kayla Sale and Dara Pearson on the other. You notice also Kiera Gray, we mentioned her before the game. She is sneaky around the block down there. She always finds an opening and can rebound with the best of them.
Well, Hampton definitely has the height advantage here against Kecoughtan, but Kecoughtan really is working hard to get the ball underneath. Pass out to the top of the key. Romero finally gets the ball off. That's number 14, Brittany Towns.
There's Sale on the rebound.
And a foul's going to be called against number 33, Kiera Gray. That'll be her first, team's fourth here early in the first quarter.
4 starters with a foul apiece.
Like the Kecoughtan is pressing here on the inbounds. It's like they're playing a 1-2-1-1 zone here on the inbounds play.
Good idea against, and they're going to test Khadijah Berger's knee. See if it's going to hold up tonight. Certainly hope it does. She's been out about 3 weeks. Another turnover by the Crabbers.
Deflected by Kecoughtan and then off the hands of Pearson. Kecoughtan, that's a turnover by Hampton. Their second. Here's a turnover by Kecoughtan.
Kanisha Bell probably the happiest to see Khadijah Berger back in the lineup. She's more of a spot-up shooter, not so much a point guard, and she's had to play that position while Berger's out. Kayla Sale misses from top of the key.
Oh, what a defensive play right there by the Crabbers.
That's Khadijah Berger. You see her speed as Romero slipped back behind. Now there's going to be a foul called on Berger.
Ooh, I didn't see that, did you?
Well, apparently one of the three officials did see it. They're going to call the foul on Berger.
Let's look at it here again. That's a clean block thing. So who was the foul called on?
Foul called on Berger, her first.
Team second. Going to the line to shoot two is Chelsea Romero.
Christina Cherry checks in for the Warriors. She's going to give Kira Gray a break.
Makes the second. She's 2 of 4 at the line. That extends the Kecoughtan lead to 3 points now. It's 4-1. The Crabbers still have only scored one basket. Actually off of a free throw. That shot was a little hard off of the rim.
Kanisha Bell a little long or short. She's a good shooter, so she's usually long or short. That time a little bit long. Michaela Sale showing you her strength.
Here's a 2-on-1 break as
Kanisha Bell.
Bell goes in and finishes it off, and that'll make it 4-3 now. Crabbers' first basket of the game.
Bell is very dependable on the layup on a fast break like that. Brittany Towns, she's terrific when she gets through. Got to stop her if the Crabbers have a chance. Towns a terrific point guard.
That one's going to be on Hampton. 25.
Quaisha Brown, her first. Crabbers have to worry about foul trouble. They're not very deep.
6-3 is the score. Kecoughtan out in front. Brittany Towns at the top of the key.
Now, Brittany Towns has a little Crabber blood in her. Her father, Alonzo Towns, who's sitting right across from us at the top of the bleacher there, the great pitcher from Hampton High School. Alonzo doesn't miss too many games here watching his daughter play. She told me tonight she's undecided where she wants to play in school, but she does want to play college ball, and I think some team will be glad to have her.
Put that one a little bit hard off the board.
Nice rebound by Pearson. There's that speed from Khadijah Berger.
Berger on the drive and the basket. Pulls it to within 1, 6-5. That one's partially blocked by, was that Bell?
Bell, yeah.
And now double dribble call. So that's a turnover against the Crabbers.
I think Kanisha thought she had a guard on the other side. She turned and was surprised it was Brittany Towns. So she double dribble there. Ashley Thompson comes in for the Warriors. She's averaging almost 4 points a game, number 21. Towns gets a break, so let's see what the Warriors can do without their true point guard. Alexis Great's going to take a shot at it now, the freshman.
Well, they let her go right in, and she missed the layup.
It's Kayla Clifton. Missed a gimme there as the Crabbers opened up the highway. No call there on the foul. I thought there was certainly one over the back on Pearson. Pearson, of course, being a sophomore. She gets stronger as she plays.
So we got a jump ball call there. So Hampton has the possession arrow. And they will inbound it in. And there's Bell at the top of the key. Over to Brown inside, a little bit hard.
Kayla Sale, very strong underneath, needs to make those layups.
The drive to the basket by the Warriors, number 23 on the play, and that's Clifton. Her first basket, and the Crabbers will call a timeout here as they trail with 2:49 to go here in the first quarter, 8-5.
It looks like Garrett Scott's going to remind his team they're going to make the layups. They're getting them. Here's a replay right here. You see the off of the rebound. Here comes Lexus Great. Down to Kayla Clifton, and she drives it right down the lane for the layup. Crabbers have got to stop that if they want to stop Kecoughtan.
Crabbers have 3 team fouls, and the Warriors have 4 here in the first quarter. Actually, Kecoughtan picked up those 4 team fouls relatively quickly here. Hampton has the ball. They'll be inbounding it.
There you go. You see they're going still with just the one guard with Berger.
Jumper at the top of the key.
Khadijah Berger is obviously a Division I prospect, and you see why.
Puts the Crabbers to within 1 again, 8-7. Little trap defense over there, almost got the turnover.
Towns back in and shakes the jumper.
And out of bounds, it'll be Crabber ball here. Their chance to take the lead for the first time here in the first quarter.
Well, Christina Cherry and Kiara Gray must be very close because they know how to play right around the block. Both of them very dangerous.
No, I can't believe there wasn't a foul called on that one.
They're letting them play here.
Yeah, they are.
Romero from the foul free throw line.
Bell takes it all the way in and scores. I tell you what, she had 3 players on her, and she still got the basket.
It's terrific with that fast break layup.
That puts the Crabbers out in front of turnover by Kecoughtan. That's their 3rd.
Berger not getting any calls.
Again, no call underneath the basket on the drive. There's the first 3-point shot of the game, and it connects by number 21, Ashley Thompson.
She's just about got her game average with that one shot.
11-9 now. Kecoughtan regains the lead. 1:13 to go here as the clock continues to run first quarter. There's the 3 by the Crabbers, and zip 21. Berger. She's got 7 now here in the first quarter, and the Crabbers retake the lead. Got the foul on that one, as this one is going to be charged against Michaela Sale. That'll be her 2nd foul.
Bad defense by the team that cost the 2nd foul on Sale.
Romero will get credit for the basket, and she'll go to the line to shoot for the 3-point play. Here's a replay of it. Oh, that's a replay
That's
of
a
the
3-point shot by Thompson. She drains it. So Romero to the free throw line, her 5th free throw of the night here, trying to complete the 3-point play. She makes it. Now we're going to see
her 5 for the game.
See Hampton with the 2 guards. Naisha Caldwell drives it in, draws the foul. Caldwell, a junior, just got back into Hampton High. Just moved back into the area.
Fouls on number 23, Clifton, her first. Caldwell will shoot 2. That one drops in the hole. I tell you what, that one hit the rim. Looked like it was going to get stuck up there.
Almost sat right on the back. But Caldwell is going to give the Crabbers the thing they haven't had the earlier part of the season, which is the 2nd guard, a 2nd point guard.
That one bounces out. Rebound underneath the basket by the Crabbers' number 23, Dara Pearson, and she's fouled on the putback.
The foul's called on Kiara Gray. That's her 2nd personal. I thought for a minute it was on Romero. Pearson to the line now. And that's more the new free throw shooting format. She's got the technique, been very successful
tied that score up now with 43.9 to go here in the first quarter. It's 14-14, second free throw for Pearson. And that one bounces off the rim. So we're tied with 42 seconds to go here in the opening period of play. Tight defense here, right here by the Crabbers.
A play on the floor there.
23 seconds as the clock continues to tick down.
Alexis Grade is quite impressive here with the ball. Very quick.
Oh, nice play right there underneath by Romero for the basket. 8 seconds left. Setting up for the last shot.
Oh, well, Pearson up with it.
And the putback in by Pearson is good. So at the end of the first quarter of play, we're knotted here at Hampton. The Hampton Crabbers 16 and the Lady Warriors from Kecoughtan 16. I believe Bob's got a special guest, so let's go see Bob.
Hey, thanks a lot. I got David Six up here with me, head coach over at Hampton University. Now, David used to be here on the sideline for these Lady Crabbers. Just kind of a homecoming for you?
Oh, yeah. You know, you always want to come back where you started and give support. And they got some good young players as well as Kecoughtan, so definitely want to come back and see this one.
Well, I know that you can't say who you're looking at, but there's a lot of good players in the Peninsula District this year.
Oh, yeah, a lot of good young players in the 757, so we try to get around. But, you know, obviously I'm always going to be partial to Hampton.
I wonder why.
I was here.
I appreciate it. Thanks, David.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's go back down to the guys.
Coach Six doesn't have to go far to recruit some good basketball talent.
Nope.
See if he can entice some of these young ladies to go across the creek over there and play at Hampton University.
He got a good program over there right now, and he's really got that team back on a roll. So as we get ready to start the second quarter play, we're tied 16-16. Lady Warriors will have the ball first here.
Good first quarter for both teams. Michaela Say over the Crabbers in foul trouble. Everybody else just with one if they have any at all. Crabbers go to the man-to-man.
There's a long three-pointer, rims out. Romero on the rebound. Oh, nice swat there.
Well,
number 23, Dara Pearson gets the block over a definitely undermanned LaVera Batten.
Well, they said the height, they got to use the bodies.
Tight defense by the Crabbers. This one's going to be short.
Here comes Berger. Let's see how fast she can move it. Great right with her, the freshman.
Well, she's quick. Let's see who the foul's
I think it's
going
to be on Batten.
It's going to be on number 4. And that's Lavina Batten. I think she called it a hit.
I think the call was on number 4,
Yeah.
Lavinia Batten.
That's her first. Going to the line now to shoot 1-1.
Well, as you can see, Mike, the speed of the Crabbers picks up with Berger in the lineup, and now with Caldwell out there as well. We'll see if they can get the ball to these forwards for the Crabbers against a very suffocating defense by the Warriors.
Misses the free throw. We're still tied up here at 16 all as we're about a minute into the second quarter.
Exactly the kind of game we expected tonight. Very close. See just how fast Dara Pearson is. Even though she's 6'3", she's probably the fastest girl out there. If you see her run, extremely quick. There's Kiara Gray in her normal spot, weak side. Gray, like the Charles Barkley of the Kecoughtan Warriors, she feasts on that weak side, and she's terrific at it.
Another turnover by the Crabbers underneath.
They're not going to get a call in there. They're going to let Pearson and Romero go at each other. Both of them have played hard tonight. Gym's almost filled up for the varsity game. What's going to be treated to a very good girls game. There's a nice pass by Brittany Towns to Romero. Romero not able to stick it.
Oh, what a behind-the-back dribble and a drive to the hole. A little bit hard. And there Caldwell getting the rebound and put back up and was fouled and didn't get the call.
They haven't had many calls going their way, but they're going to have to keep playing hard. Let's see who this one's on.
I mean, she was hacked right across the arm. So the foul's going to be against Kecoughtan. Looks like number 4, Batten. Picked up 2.
No, Kiara Gray, her third.
Oh, okay, Gray picks up her third. That was quick. I could have swore I saw him put up 4.
Well, that's the danger for the Warriors because Gray is irreplaceable. She is.
So Pearson will go to the line. First one is up and bounces off the rim.
It's Gray right there. Another great pass from Brittany Towns. And Gray is where she always is, right close to the basket.
Nice put in there by number 23.
And Dara Pearson. Dara's averaging close to 14 a game. Nice block by Bell. Kiara Gray, of course, with the rebound. Gray out there with 3 fouls. Very dangerous for Coach Williams to have his star out there. Alexis Gray single-handedly giving a fit to the Lady Crabbers. Just a freshman. Well, the volume's already up here in the Crabber Fieldhouse.
Yeah, it is. Another turnover by the Crabber. They just gave that one away.
Kiara Gray continues to play well for the Warriors.
18, Kecoughtan out in front. There's a drive to the basket, off the board hard, and there's Romero underneath for the rebound and the putback.
This is precisely what the Crabbers did not allow the Warriors to do at the last game. There's a steal by Gray, who's just pestering the heck out of them down there. And she's going to draw the foul on the young Naisha Caldwell.
And I tell you, Hampton's getting a rebound, and they're not paying attention to what they're doing out there because Kecoughtan is doing the same thing the last 3 times they've had the ball up after getting rebounds. They're just being, like you said, being pestered by her, and they got to understand that they've got to get it away from her.
First one's good by Gray. This is the Crabbers have had problems with teams with guards because they are very forward heavy, but with Berger back and Caldwell, this is the first time the two of them have played together since Caldwell was here a couple years ago. So we'll see how those two mesh, but they're going to have to face a very formidable group of guards here with Great and Towns.
Those are 2 points on the game.
Great averaging almost 11 points a game. That's 2 towards that 11.
18 now with 4:36 to go.
Kecoughtan's going to press with 3 that time. Now they back off and go back into the man-to-man. Nisha Bell can be the buster for the Crabbers. Didn't make it that time. Brittany Towns is settling them down. This is her team.
Great is taking a break right now. Nice shot right there.
That's Towns.
Number 14, that's Towns. That's her second basket. That gives her 4 for the game.
Now Brittany is controlling the pace of the game right now for Kecoughtan. They have pushed this thing out.
Down by 8 now, 26-18. The Crabbers can't afford to let this get out of hand here. There's another turnover.
Mistake there to try to go to Pearson with 2 people on her back. Waisha Brown guarding Chelsea Romero. That's a good matchup. Romero going to Marshall. What a putback by Kayla Clifton. Timeout called by Eric Scott.
Weak side rebound every time.
Bob Hintz mentioned the weak side rebound. That's been the problem here for the Crabbers. They haven't dropped back and blocked out either Kiara Gray or Kayla Clifton.
But the Crabbers have been outscored 10-2 here in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter, and the Crabbers have gotten real lackadaisical in their aggressiveness here in the second quarter. Not like they were in first.
But they're trying to figure out what they need to talk, because, again, they've got a new guard in. It's going to take them a while to figure out where to put themselves. They've been running 3 weeks with the 4 6-footers and another player. Now they've got the big 3 in with Khadijah Berger, but they need to figure out where that backside defense is going to come from. I'm sure Eric Scott's had words with Kenesha Bell and Jaquacia Brown in particular. I thought Pearson's done a pretty good job so far. A lot of game left to play, though.
Kecoughtan picking up full court here, keeping the pressure on the Crabbers.
Brittany Towns on Caldwell. No call at all on Romero. Pearson with a strong rebound.
Pearson with another basket.
That's going to toughen up
Gives
there.
Her 8. That's a hack job.
Well, it's also the weak side rebound, and Scott's going to have to talk to somebody. He may have to put Michaela Sale back in and tell her to focus on that weak side board. Kayla Clifton again.
Bell on the foul for the Crabbers, her first. Going to the line to shoot 2 is Kayla Clifton. Makes it first.
Clifton and Kiera Gray. If Clifton plays well, Gray can sit out the rest of the first half with her 3 fouls. As the two of them play the same spot and play very well.
10-point lead by Kecoughtan, 30-20. 2:50 to go here in the second quarter.
And a man still for the Warriors. Alexis Great giving Berger all she can handle at the point. There's Kenesha Bell. Got to hit that. They need that 3-pointer.
That's a nice shot there by 25 Brown.
Quacia's not a sharp shooter, but when they need her, she comes through. Foul that time. I think it's on Berger. It is. Her second.
Team 7th. Will now shoot 1 and 1.
Brittany Towns able to draw that foul on Berger. That 2 fouls on Berger probably more dangerous for the Crabbers than 3 fouls on Gray for the Warriors.
Towns picks up her 5th point of the first half. Those shooting is going to turn out to be a big factor in this game.
Both teams play hard defense. They're back to the man-to-man with Alexis Great guarding Khadijah Berger.
Back to a 10-point Warrior lead, 32-22.
Great, very impressive as a 9th grader.
Long 2, that's a little hard off the basket.
Once again, the weak side board controlled by the Warriors. Christina Cherry that time. Era Pearson swats that one away.
And hits the backside of the basket, so the backboard. It was deflected by the Crabbers, so the Kecoughtan will maintain possession.
Play here, as you see Towns go baseline.
Romero, nice pass underneath for the basket.
Chelsea Romero eating up now with the Crabbers.
11 points now for Romero here in the first half. Look out. Almost had another turnover.
Playing great defensive pressure. Here comes the Crabber, Letitia Smith. She's a freshman and a very good player and very emotional. Smith is fun to watch. She gives it his or her all. She plays aggressive when she needs to. Nobody backs her down, and she's been a very good addition to this Crabber team. Long pass into Brown. And the man still. Now they switch back to the 3-2 zone.
Yeah, they're just collapsing on the center underneath there, and the Crabbers need to be able to recognize that and get the ball back out to an open shooter.
Travers stay in the man-to-man on their end. Pearson doing a nice job on Romero inside. Turnover by the Warriors. I give that turnover to Pearson, who was fronting Chelsea Romero, making it impossible to get that pass off. Good guard defense by the Crabbers. Crabbers give it right back. Letitia Smith with the travel. Here comes the energetic Alexis Great.
These girls are wide open when they're running on the floor, aren't they?
And Kevin Williams done a nice job of rotating the girls out. They all look fresh here, and we're just under a minute to go in the first half. Brittany
Nice
Towns.
drive to the basket by Brittany Towns. 8 points for her.
Chabelle just can't get it to fall. She's got to, though. They need that. There's Dara Pearson, the rebound, though. Pearson's keeping them in the game this quarter. She's got 6.
Pearson.
6 in the quarter.
Foul's going to be, I believe, on the Crabbers number 4. Keisha Smith. Be her first.
There's Kanisha Bell with the long three-pointer. Pearson with a very nice rebound and put back in the center for the Crabbers, keeping them in the game.
Great go to shoot 1-and-1, misses the first. And 18 seconds as the clock continues to run here prior to halftime.
Arrow behind Brown.
And she got a cheap foul right there, and she'll be going to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
That's an important foul for
Romero,
the Crabbers to pick
2.
up. Chelsea Romero, she has been a huge part of this half for the Warriors.
Brown will go to the line, shoot 1-and-1. First one is up and off. Free throw shooting has not been, well, and to turn right around and throw the ball away. Each team basically got a turnover on that possession.
A little disarray right now with the Crabbers. Eric Scott's going to have a long talk with them in halftime.
Down by 12 with 4 seconds left. Nice block underneath there by Bell that basically stopped Kecoughtan from putting any more points on it. So at the end of the first half of play, the Kecoughtan Warriors lead this one 36-24.
Well, it's what we expected. The ones that did, Chelsea Romero in particular played very well. Kiara Gray played very well, and Brittany Towns. So the three of the stars, and then what can you say about Alexis Great's defense? It really pestered the Crabbers and caused a lot of turnovers.
It certainly did. Let's send it down to Bob at courtside.
All right, thanks, guys. I've got Demetria Batten here, playing over at Kecoughtan, and now you're over at Old Dominion, but you got a sister here. You got to be real tickled about what's going on here tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of rough watching my little sister play. It's because she don't play as aggressive as I do, so it's kind of fun.
All right, now, a lot of people don't realize, but the coach, Kevin Williams, is your stepdad.
Yeah, that's my stepfather. He's also my sister dad, too, and my little brother.
All right, so tell me what it's like going from Kecoughtan High School over to Old Dominion.
Well, it's kind of a big change because you're going from playing high school basketball, which is only like 8 minutes a quarter, to playing 20-minute halves and stuff like that. So it's a long season ahead of you. And it's like a lot of games you got to go away on trips and stuff like that from not seeing your family, being with your coaches and your team a lot. So it's kind of different from high school. It's a big change. The game is more as a fast-paced game.
Right. Well, and you're not just running into just 1 or 2 good players. You run into a lot of good players when you get to college.
A whole team of them. You got to watch the scout report the night before the game, weeks before the game. You got to practice what everybody do. You got to make sure you know what your big man do, your point guard do. So it's a lot to handle.
All right. Now, yourself, what have been the biggest improvement in you since you left Kecoughtan?
Being a better basketball player, IQ-wise, seeing what other players have to do. My jump shot had got a little better. I don't just focus on going inside, and my defense got a little better also.
Well, listen, good luck to you the rest of your tenure over there at Old Dominion.
Thank you.
Good enough. All right, guys, let's go back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Good to see him again. And I tell you, Hampton's defense has got to pick it up a little bit in the second half.
Well,
because Kecoughtan's defense was smothering.
Got to be a little more organized. They're letting that weak side player for Kecoughtan, whether it's Gray, whether it's Cherry, whether it's Clifton, they post a girl on the weak side block and wait for the rebound. And unfortunately, or fortunately for the Crabbers, unfortunately for the Warriors, they haven't made every shot they've shot, but the backside rebounds have been the killer for the Crabbers.
Okay, so stay tuned for second half action here at Hampton. The score at the halftime is the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan 36 and the Hampton Lady Crabbers 24. We'll be back shortly. All right, back here in the middle of the halftime is as you see the score there, Kecoughtan is 36, Hampton 24. And don't forget, we have the boys coming up immediately following this game. And a minute and 38 go here before we start the third quarter play. And first half was interesting, to say the least.
Well, what we expected out of the Warriors, and it's a good combination of Chelsea Romero on the inside and then Brittany Towns on the outside. The extra they bring is Kiara Gray and her subs, Clifton and Cherry, who come in behind her. She has 3 fouls. But they get that weak side rebound. I was telling Bob Hentz earlier how much like she is of James McAdoo, the great player from Norfolk Christian who's now at North Carolina. Plays on that backs on the weak side and just has a good eye on angles and can pick up that rebound. And that has absolutely killed the Crabbers in the first half.
Weak side rebounds, I guarantee you number 33 for Kecoughtan Gray has got probably 6 or 7 easy.
She's missed a couple layups that were easy. She's got 6 points on the night. The leading scorer for Romero, for Kecoughtan is Romero with 11 and 9 for Dara Pearson. So the centers, kind of un-NBA-like here. The centers are the leading scorers for these two teams. Pearson, the sophomore, Romero, the senior.
Well, this is the first time I've seen either one of these two teams play this year, believe it or not. But I tell you, something that really surprises me is the speed of Kecoughtan. I mean, across the board, not just their guards, but their the big girls underneath can move too, and their pressure defense has dominated the first half here.
And it's the sport of girls basketball on the peninsula has improved. I mean, if you see these girls here that are very fast, and then you throw in Adrian Motley from Woodside and a couple of the other players, Keeley and Bethel, the other one I think of, that is just terrific in speed and ball handling skills. Crabber ball here to start the second half. They need a big half.
Well, here we go to start the second half. And I tell you, I talked about it earlier in the game. Hampton's offense, as far as the offense is concerned, they got to be able to hit some of these outside shots to loosen up the inside, because if they don't, they're going to have trouble. And right off the bat, they started off the third quarter with a turnover. They had 8 in the first half, and Kecoughtan had 5.
Well, I think if the Crabbers are going to get back into this, they're going to have to get Michaela Sale and Jaquacia Brown involved in the offense. Quick foul picked up by Pearson.
That's her first of the game. First team foul for the Crabbers as we get started here, and 30 seconds into the first quarter, or third quarter.
Man-to-man defense off the inbound for the Crabbers, and they'll stay in the man-to-man. Alexis Great. Second foul just picked up by Pearson. As she reaches over trying to get that patented block. Not able to do it here. We'll see the replay. Here's Great with the ball up on the right side. She drives. See Pearson as a switch off. Not a bad block, but called a foul. And Great to the line, adding to her 2 points.
3 of 4 now to the line.
Yeah. Great adds 2 quick points.
14-point lead now by the Warriors.
Berger brings the ball up. They've gone to the familiar lineup. Berger and the 4 forwards.
And it just kind of forces that up.
Yeah, it's once again Kiara Gray. You see her there, number 33. she's fighting with Michaela Sale that time. I got enough of the ball to knock the ball out of bounds. It does stay with the Crabbers, but it prevents that quick putback by Sale. Good defense, zone defense by the Warriors.
And then they just turn around and throw the ball away.
But not good communication so far, the Crabbers. As always said, if Eric Scott had hair when to start, he would have lost it all by now anyway, because it does. These girls can thrill him and they can frustrate him all in the same game. Good rebound by Pearson off the missed jumper by Clifton. And up comes Khadijah Berger.
Pull-up jumper is a little bit hard, and Bell with the rebound. A nice three-point shot by the Crabbers' number 25, Ganesha Brown. Her first three of the game.
Yeah, Jaquacia Brown, it's real important that she hit those jumpers.
Romero with a jump shot a little bit hard.
There with the rebound. Good combination for the Crabbers. Back to Brown. She loses the handle.
Turnover by the Crabbers. That's their third already here in the third quarter.
That's not going to help.
11 points down.
Man-to-man defense for the Crabbers.
Oh, nice block. And they're calling the ticky-tack fouls now, aren't they?
Well, and Sale tends to pick up a few fouls. But maybe you see that one on replay because that was close. Once again, though, it's great getting by her man. That's a foul on Sale. For her third. And great back to the line.
This is that one.
Well, the defense has got to tighten up top, so Great can't just roll by and force the centers to come over and try to stop the attack.
This them both.
He's 3 for 6 so far tonight from the free throw line. No call there on Romero. Nice drive, but good rebound. Long throw out to Great. Kiera Gray, my goodness.
Same thing we talked about earlier, the weak side rebound and a put back in.
I'm going to ask Ron Baton to keep his camera on that end to see if Kiera Gray just doesn't stand there all night. She shows up on that block very well. There's Pearson with a great move around Gray, so that did prove Gray does move ends. Good play by the tall center for the Crabbers, but they're trailing. Third foul of that kind as Towns gets around her defender, and Jaquacia Brown has to come off to play it, and she fouls.
Going to the line to shoot two now is Ashley. Is that Thompson? No, who is that? That's 14.
Brittany
I'm sorry.
Towns.
That's Brittany Towns. Makes the first. Gives her 9 on the game.
Eric Scott's going to have to try to find a guard to defend Great and Towns and keep them from getting by up top.
Takes them both.
Towns now with 10. And on the other end, Berger up with a nice penetration, but Pearson not ready for the pass, or the pass a little bit off, and another Crabber turnover.
Well, I think Berger's forcing the issue a little bit too. Kecoughtan's defense is pretty much stepped forward underneath there. There's another weak side rebound by
Gray.
Yep. This one goes out of bounds, and it'll be Crabber ball.
It'd be interesting to watch her footwork on that. It looked like she got the rebound and traveled. Took kind of a sidestep, almost a do-si-do. No call, but then they gave the defenders time to get in front of her. Full court press, man-to-man by the Warriors. Now they're going to jump Berger. She tries to come across half court. Good play by Berger. Pass down to Pearson.
Good pass right there. That's a good job. 14 now for Pearson in the game.
But once again, Towns by her defender. In for the layup with a little short jumper. Towns is having her way right now with the Crabber defenders. Meanwhile, they're going to double. Second foul there called on Great. And given how tight she's playing Berger, I'm amazed it's only 2 fouls. She has played terrific defense on the junior. All district last year, all district, in fact, all 3 of her years, both her first 2 years, first team and second team.
They're too lackadaisical in how they're passing the ball off. And a nice drive to the hole that time by Brown for the basket.
She's showing some shooting skills. She hadn't shown much this year. Of course, she doesn't need to shoot a lot with Pierce underneath.
Oh, nice pass underneath. And the basket by number 23, Clifton.
Crabber defense has really got to tighten up. The Warriors are picking them apart.
13-point lead.
Berger with the drive.
Berger again on the drive and the basket. Back to an 11-point deficit for the Crabbers as the Warriors, again, with 3:31 to go here.
Crabbers in a matchup zone. The Town's very quick. There goes Dara
nice
Pearson.
play.
Watch her go now. She's very fast. Timeout called by Eric Scott after that, I believe. He's not happy. Something down the other end, but Dara Pearson comes with the layup, brings the Crabbers inside double figures in their deficit. Full timeout taken by the Crabbers. They probably need it. It's been
3:20 to go, third quarter. 46-37.
Tallest girl on the floor. Off the wrong foot, but she got the bucket to go. Pearson now with 15 for the Crabbers. She has really been on a scoring binge the last couple of weeks. It's amazing to me, at least, that when Berger goes out, Dara picks up her scoring. She seems to be getting as many opportunities without Berger in the lineup as she did with her. She's also coming into her own here as a center. She's only a sophomore, and again, 6'3" tall.
How many points you say you had for Pearson? I got 16. She's two for 5 at the line.
All right. 16 points. Very good. But that's not going to be enough.
Well, it can't be a one-man show. The old players have got to come forth here. Right now, it's a 9-point Warrior lead. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter.
6 girls have scored for the Warriors. They've spread out their scoring. But Chelsea Romero and Brittany Towns have dominated that column. Here comes Towns again. Berger guarding her. They've gone back to the man-to-man. Now they're going to have to trap.
Now they had to trap there, but the Hampton player left it. And rebound by the Crabbers underneath.
Romero with the missed layup. Here come the Crabbers.
Back in the game for the Crabbers.
Well, I hate to put any pressure on Asia if you're just playing her second game with the Crabbers.
5-second call on the Crabbers.
Turnover. Sydney Asia Caldwell playing this her second or third game, actually third game with the Crabbers, having returned. So she's still getting the feel of it. Though no complaints for Coach Eric Scott. He's glad to have another guard out there.
He might not be complaining about the players, but he certainly is complaining about the way the officials are calling this game. He's had some concerns.
Well, if you watch the defense there, nice jump stop by Dara Pearson as she made the change and kept great from driving the ball. They've done so successfully. Now she takes it right down the middle, though.
And gets her own rebound. She is fast. And she controls the ball quite well, too. And puts one in. Nice shot.
Crabbers have really got to find an answer to her. Great with a great performance tonight.
Romero and a nice block on Berger that time. Pearson, I'm sorry.
Romero playing very well. And this is a Warrior team that came off a loss Saturday night to the district-leading Woodside Wolverines. 5 seconds call back, that time on great. Coach Eric Scott, he's going to rest Kenesha Bell.
She's come out of the game, I think. You see, you know, the pass or the throw-in right there. Nice drive to the basket.
That's Caldwell.
Her first basket of the game.
Eric Scott not happy about that. He thought he'd get a three-point play out of it, but doesn't.
What was the whistle for?
I don't know what the stoppage was, but.
Minute and 33 to go in the third quarter. Crabbers is back to within 9. They need to get it to keep it underneath that double figures to have a shot in the fourth quarter here. Romero underneath, turns around, had partially blocked, and looks like we're going to have a jump ball, and it will be Kecoughtan's possession.
Kiara Gray, DeQuasia Brown fighting for position there. And Gray again with 3 fouls, playing extremely well down on the block against much taller girls.
Foul's going to be on the Crabbers, number 32, Sale. That's her 4th.
Sound like a broken record, but the guards are letting Great just go right around them. And the girls, the forwards and the centers are having to try to come over and cut her off, and by the time they do, they're often late and get called for the foul.
Another free throw, makes this one.
Benicio Bell is going to check in for the Crabbers, replacing
Michaela
Michaela
line so far here in the game. Great will be shooting second free throw here. Back to a 10-point lead. Bounces out. Bell on the rebound.
10-point game here as we go in the last minute of the quarter. Very important for the Crabbers try to tighten this up. The Warrior defense is stiff. Good block by Great.
Good defense, I tell you. Good defense. And that was a good block right there, too.
Foul called on Berger. Her shot's blocked by Great.
And
she
Berger
comes
just
back.
walks by here and smiles. And Berger gets called for the foul, and that was about as pretty a block as you're going to have.
Third foul on Khadijah. As Kayla Clifton to the line for the Warriors.
2 for 2 at the line so far. Make that 3 for 3.
There's a nice block by Great. You see it here on the replay. Here comes Clifton. She sees a lane, and it looked like a clean block by Berger. Called a foul by the trailing official. Eric Scott is not happy with that, but he hadn't been happy all night. Probably not happy with his team's defense, so he'll focus on that here.
48 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Back to a 12-point Kecoughtan lead.
And that's 10 points for Clifton. Berger with 45 seconds. I know the Crabbers like to get a couple buckets, but they'll be happy with just the last one in this third quarter. Hadn't been a good one for them.
Then she turned the ball over and just let it dribble its way out of bounds. So trying to force the issue a little bit and no help from her teammates. 30 seconds to go here before the end of the third quarter. Already up by 12.
Towns is going to try to hold it. Nope. She goes in, takes the jumper.
And makes it.
Brittany with 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they stay off of her, and because of that, she'll end up shooting the basket. A little bit too tight there. Defense on Ashley Thompson. She'll pick up her first foul.
And I think Eric's
second.
That'll make Eric Scott feel a little better, but not much. As the Crabbers need to just play better defense.
Down to 10 seconds to go here before the end of the third quarter. Pull-up jumper is rebounded by Romero. And that's the end of the third quarter of play. So at the end of 3, Kecoughtan leads this one 53-39. They outscored the Crabbers by 4 there in the third quarter play. Let's pitch it down to Bob as he's got an interview.
All right, thanks, guys. I've got Raymond Haynes here, who owns Haynes Underwear, I think he told me. But anyway, Kecoughtan principal, tell me how much this program that Kevin Williams has developed for the girls over at Kecoughtan.
Well, prior to my coming to Kecoughtan, didn't hear much about the girls' basketball team until he came along. I believe that he has made it a very respectable and formidable team in terms of its opponents as well. One of the things I see in him, he has passion for the game. He knows the game well. And I've witnessed firsthand where he's actually out-coached folks. Even though they may have had the better team,
his basketball mindset has led us to victory. We've adopted his whole model of everyday greatness. I think he exemplifies that, as evidenced by what he does with our student athletes.
Well, tell me a little bit about Kecoughtan High School. I know you like it over there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That warrior pride, that passion is there. That commitment to academic excellence is always at the forefront.
Good enough. Well, thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
And we start the fourth quarter play with the Crabbers having the ball, and there is a blocking foul right there.
Ashley
Thompson. That was called against Thompson. That'll be her second.
It's going to be the key. The defense is the key here. The Crabbers can shut down the Warriors, but it has not been easy, and they haven't done it yet. Man-to-man from the Warriors.
They're down by 14. They got a long way to go to come back in this one.
Hey, Kenesha Bell needs to find her space.
And they've pretty much kept her in track here. This is a nice drive to the hole, and she's fouled by Romero, I believe.
I think so. That's 3 on Romero. But it may be a little too late from the Crabber perspective. Romero has been dominant on the inside tonight and playing against a very good Dara Pearson. 2 of them have been the main scorers. Quaisha Brown misses her first.
0 for 2 at the line tonight. Looking for her first free throw.
Kiara Gray checks back in for the Warriors there, 33, taking her familiar spot on the block.
On the weak side, right?
Well, she is something.
Got that one off the backboard. Don't matter how it goes in as long as it goes through that hoop, right?
Yeah, 13-point deficit for the Crabbers, but the Warriors, Brittany Towns, looks like she has it under control. Now they're going to have to double her up top.
Timeout called by the Warriors. That was almost a 5-second call. Good defense by the Crabbers. So
well, good, smart call by Kevin Williams there. He sees that the Crabbers are going to have to jump the guard. You know, they're going to be in the man-to-man, then they'll jump and try to trap them up top. You'll see it in the second game from both teams. You'll see it from Kecoughtan and Hampton, particularly Hampton with their trapping zone. They start in a 3-2 and trap. Kecoughtan looks like they're going to face the same thing here in the girls' game.
Yeah, we're inside of a minute gone here in the fourth quarter play, and 53-40 is the score. 13-point lead by Kecoughtan.
And there may be a seat here, but there's not many. In fact, I think some of those are saved up top.
And again, tonight is senior night here for the Crabbers. Last home game of the season. That's a foul. Nice.
A dangerous foul. That's a 4th on Berger.
Yep, that's going to hurt the Crabbers. She goes out of the game. They're already in trouble right now. She goes out of the game. That's going to hurt. Yep. So shooting 1-1 now for Kecoughtan. Alexis Great. She's already been at the line an awful lot tonight.
Well, yeah, the Warriors came in as one of the co-favorites in Peninsula District, and they've played like it tonight.
5 of 9 at the line, makes that one. She gives her 6, gives her 8 points.
Well, you know, her play really can't be measured by number of baskets because she has driven the ball, drawn fouls over and over again, and now starting to hit her free throws. The 15-point lead for the Warriors.
A big disparity in free throw shots between the two teams tonight.
To be candid, it's not uncommon. The Crabbers tend to foul. That time, Naisha Campbell was able to draw one.
That was going to be against Gray. That'll be her 3rd.
I think it's her 4th.
It is. Sorry.
Now here comes her clone, Christina Cherry, who's gone right to the block. Between Cherry and Clifton and Gray, they have played extremely well, rotating in for each other. Crabbers going to pick up the speed. Berger does just that. Now Caldwell guarding Brittany Towns.
11 points for Berger now in the game. Nice basket by Romero.
Well, if you have any wonder why Marshall would be interested in her, you see it right there. Nice turnaround shot by Romero.
She wasn't even looking at the throw and got the turnover. And the basket is put up.
Not great. Alexis Great got the tip from Romero there on the rebound. The Warriors starting to pull away now. They are flexing their muscle.
Well, pretty much every which way, too. 17-point lead now by the Warriors. Bell on a give and go.
And
needed to see a lot of that earlier for the Crabbers to have had a chance in this game.
Bell with 6. Brittany Towns is controlling the show.
There's that offside rebound again.
Christina Cherry with another basket for the Warriors from their weak side rebounding spot. Well, when the Crabbers see this tape, they're going to know what they need to do. And Jaquacia Brown able to draw the foul. Now, the difficulty, Mike, is when you play Kecoughtan, they rotated Cherry, Clifton, and Gray in that number 4 spot. And all 3 have been effective rebounders. Jaquacia Brown banks another free throw home.
Likes that backboard, doesn't she?
In comes Clifton. So you have Clifton and Cherry in the game at the same time for the Warriors. Along with Romero, Batten, and Towns.
Brown looking for another point here on the free throw. Got it. Hard way of getting it, but she gets it.
Oh, with the one that works for you.
Yep, and she's out of the game now. End of the game is number 32, and that's Sale back in the game with 4 fouls.
Well, they're going to play full court, man-to-man defense. Letitia Smith guarding the senior, Brittany Towns. Pretty good defense that time by Smith. Towns gets the ball back up top. She's going to take her sweet time. Another good pickup by Pearson.
And of course, there's nobody there for the Crabbers for the rebound, and it off of a tip, was able to get it, and down she goes.
Well, Pearson with a nice block leads to a fast break. Berger drives it in, picks up the foul.
Who the foul's called against the Warriors. Number 23 on the play, and that's Clifton. For second.
They have Clifton, Cherry, and Gray playing the 4. That gives them 15 fouls. So even though Gray was in foul trouble early, it really didn't matter. The other 2 stepped up.
Berger hits the free throw.
Lavinia Batten checks out for the Warriors. In comes Alexis Great.
It's both of them. Now the amazing thing about this game, Kecoughtan, is they've got an influx of reserves in and out the entire game, and it's pretty much kept everybody pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Well, be a jump ball here. It's Kecoughtan's ball still on the possession arrow.
Romero getting her own rebound. She's averaging 15 a game. Now has over 300 points on the season. 13 tonight by my count.
Ray coming back in the game as she replaces Christina Cherry. 61-48, 4:43 to go here in the 4th quarter play. Turnover on the inbounds by Kecoughtan.
Tanisha Bell either long or short. She's dead on, but long or short. They need her to make a couple of those if they have any chance at all, and that's quickly fleeting here with Towns controlling the clock. Here comes Pearson to help, but that frees up Romero. Turnover though, Warriors. And no call, and there's a call, but Pearson able to get her own rebound. 4th foul called on Romero. Could be interesting. I don't think the Crabbers have enough time left, though, given the way Brittany Towns has controlled the basketball tonight for the Warriors. No shot clock here in high school, so they can take their time. Error with her refined technique up there, missed one. She shot free throws very well last couple of weeks. Need to have her do the same here.
2 of 6 so far in the game for the free throw line.
Two. Here comes Towns, and she's not in a hurry. Gonna run the ball. There's Kiara Gray. Missed the layup. No foul call there. Kevin Williams not happy there. A little inconsistency tonight, but you know, the girls are going to have to play. It's a tough ball game. Crabbers really have no time to waste. And a block there by Kayla Clifton.
Able to get her hands on the ball during the middle of the shot, and look at that wide open.
Kiara Gray. 10 for Gray. Bad pass by the Crabbers. Another turnover. The turnovers have killed them tonight. Towns is going to take her time. Kevin Williams telling just to pull it out. Look, Kiara Gray. Beat it. Towns gets by her man, and then that requires those forwards to come over. Fouls on Jaquacia Brown, her third.
63-48. Going to the line now to shoot twos. Kiara Brown. This is her first time at the free throw line. Bounces to the left off the rim. No
Kiara played this same role last year. Did a great job with the Warriors last year, playing the same thing. Plays the 4, sits down underneath. You don't notice her that much with Romero and Towns out there, but she is deadly from on the block.
Makes the second. She's 1 for 2 at the line. Is her 11 on the game.
Timeout
called by the Warriors. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the fourth quarter. 64-48. 16-point lead now for the Lady Warriors.
Well, tough ball game for the Crabbers, but great ball game for the Warriors. Back on the winning track here after a tough loss Saturday night.
We got the big boys high school game coming up next here between the homestanding Crabbers of Hampton and the Kecoughtan Warriors. Pretty much for first place here for the men.
It's a real treat tonight. We get to see the number 2 and number 3 team in the girls and the number 1 and the number 2 team in the boys. So nice evening of basketball here, and I would hope that all the Hamptonian watchers we have will come out and watch the last game. These two teams have one more regular season game, and then they go into the district tournament. It'd be nice to see full houses for the district tournament. These teams could sure use some support when they go over to Newport News and play some tough teams over there. Of course, the toughest is facing their own Hampton team in Bethel and Phoebus for both. Over.
Romero gets the steal, goes all the way in. Misses the layup, but there for the rebound is great for the basket. Got to pick player of the games too before this one's over with.
Sale inside, nothing doing.
Crabbers get the ball back underneath. 2:15 to go here, fourth quarter. They trail 66-48.
Crabbers now out of time. Let's see if they can just get back in.
I'm good with that.
10. Too much. Still can't get a hole in that defense. Michaela Sale just smothered in the middle. Elizabeth Cross in now.
Takes the ball all the way in and scores.
Kayla Clifton. Clifton now with 12. Ross in there guarding Jaquisha Brown in the middle, doing a nice job. Foul call underneath. It's going to be called, I believe, on Clifton.
Yeah, we got that on camera.
That's who it should be on. Let's see who they call it on. 23. Her third.
Substitutions now. Kecoughtan's going to empty the bench. Fiore Moore going to check back in for the Crabbers. Players of the game, Mike. I think for Hampton, probably the easier call tonight. I think Dara Pearson's played extremely well in the center spot. She's kept the Crabbers close in the third quarter. Not able to do much here.
16 points in the game. So yeah, I agree with that. Brown will be shooting 2 here. No, I'm sorry, it's a 1-and-1. That one's off the rim.
Kecoughtan a tougher choice, Mike.
Yeah, you got a lot of players you can choose from here.
Kiera Gray, I think I probably started her fan club, but I think Chelsea Romero has really shown why she's one of the, if not the top, one of the top players in the district. So our players of the game tonight, Chelsea Romero for Kecoughtan and Dara Pearson for
here. I see Romero's got 13, but she's pretty much controlled underneath the basket for Kecoughtan.
A lot of new players in now. Aisha Winston back in for the Crabbers, the senior. She's going to get to finish out her last home game. Over by the Crabbers. Like Destiny Hyman's going to get a chance to play now for the Crabbers. 55 is going to check in as Kanisha Bell checks out. So Eric Brown's going to get everybody in the game. Here comes Aaliyah Washington for the Crabbers. Replace Naija Caldwell. Aaliyah, a very popular girl here at Hampton High, gets a nice hand. Chelsea Richardson's going to bring it up for the Warriors. Taylor Jones with the ball. Warriors are just going to slow it down here, facing a 2-3 defense of the Crabbers. Up 20 points, they're going to take the time and try to score. Run over again by the Crabbers.
They have to learn to help their old player out when somebody's coming in from behind them.
Taylor Jones with the steal. Sherry out there with some of the fresh faces from the Warrior bench.
Chelsea Richardson now with the ball. That's got to be a travel.
Yeah, the one had a foul, one had a turnover. I think it's going to be a travel.
Yep.
Good communication between the officials. Crabber ball with 15 seconds to go. So we saw certainly the two dominant centers in the Peninsula District. Dara Pearson and Chelsea Romero both played well, but the defense of the Warriors shut down the Crabbers.
The guard play by Kecoughtan was overpowering in this game. There was no doubt about that. As the clock runs down to double zeros. Final score here is Kecoughtan 68 and the Hampton Crabbers 48. A 20-point lead by the Lady Warriors, and I tell you, that's not what we really expected to see here tonight. But pressure defense by Kecoughtan and their guards was a major factor here in this game.
Well, the Crabbers have got a little bit of blending to do now with Khadijah Berger back. They're going to have to work her back in the lineup. They're also going to work on the defense. I know Eric Scott will pick up this tape and take a look at it and understand what he needs to tell them to get ready. They have one more game against the Phoebus Phantoms.
All right, let's send it down to courtside with Bob.
All right, guys, I got the head coach, Kevin Williams. Great win. Solidifies second. You still got a chance at first if you can get some help from somebody else.
Yeah, but we just got to take care of ourselves, and that's what we talked about all year. You know, hopefully things may work out. If not, we're going to keep playing hard. So it was a good win for us.
Well, you got to be happy by the way that your guards play. I thought they did a great job getting inside. And then the young lady, number 33, offside rebound is just great.
Yeah, you know, we talk about sharing the ball, you know, and if we're well-rounded, we're just as good as anybody in the state. But, you know, it's a tough league, so every win we get, we appreciate it.
Well, listen, congratulations on a great win, and we'll see you later on in the year.
I hope so. Thank you.
Okay, all right, guys, let's go back over to you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Good job down there. Okay, again, the final score here at Hampton between the Lady Crabbers and the Lady Warriors. Kecoughtan wins this one going away, 68-48. Any last words there?
Well, I thought it'd be a little.
Frank?
I thought it'd be closer, but with Khadijah Berger making her first return after a few weeks, the Crabbers were not in sync. They played poor defense, and they got beat by a very good and well-oiled machine in the Kecoughtan Warriors.
Yes, it did. So, okay, for Frank Edgar, and Bob Hintz, Mike Hauser here from Hampton High School. Again, the final. The Lady Crabbers 68. The Lady Warriors 68 and the Lady Crabbers 48. So long from Hampton High School.